I think so. I think what happens is you know, when you're young and you're a lot of risks, and we've got some interviews.
The Santander British Grand Prix on pole position. Fernando Alonso, Scuderia Ferrari, first pole position this year and the 21st of his career. Second, Mark Webber, Red Bull Racing, and third, Michael Schumacher, Mercedes-AMG Petronas F1 team. Fernando, first pole since 2010. Very difficult to get it right today, particularly with that long delay in Q2. What was the secret there at the end?
No secret. I think it's tricky conditions for anyone. You have to be calm in some difficult moments, as in Q2, as you mentioned, we were on the red flag, position 15 and 16, Felipe and me, so it was not easy, so we went through Q2, and then in Q3, difficult choice between extreme and intermediate tires. We chose the intermediates, and when we saw everyone running on those tires, we more or less calmed down a little bit, and then we put a lap together, which is not easy. You make a little mistake here, there, and to complete a lap with not huge mistakes is not easy in these conditions, but yeah, happy with the pole position after nearly 2 years. For Ferrari is a long time, and we see tomorrow is the race, and with this weather condition, I think the qualifying is probably one of the less important qualifyings of the year, because everything will mix after a few laps, maybe tomorrow. But obviously for visibility and things like that, it's always better to start at the front, so very happy.
Well done, Mark. A great duel between you and Fernando at the end there. You missed out by 5/100ths of a second. It's always good to compete against this guy, huh?
Yeah, it was a very tight session. Ultimately, you don't really know how you're going. You obviously just completely focus on yourself, putting the lap together. As Fernando says, it's very, very tricky in sections around the lap. Obviously, in a session like this, when you've got 5-10 seconds sometimes between, you know, one session to the next session, obviously it's a huge amount down to the driver to get comfortable in the conditions, also with the car. Guys did a great job, and yeah, it was nip and tuck with Fernando for the pole, but I think ultimately we put a pretty good lap together. Our strategy in Quali was I was pretty happy with it in terms of doing 4 laps. Race tomorrow.
Well done. Michael, another strong qualifying for you. You used to be known as the Rainmeister. How do you fancy your chances tomorrow in a wet British Grand Prix?
I think we look reasonably competitive in wet condition, either on intermediate or heavy wet. So therefore, yeah, rain is welcome tomorrow. It was a bit of an exciting session today. Particular Q2, I had the wrong visor on that didn't have anti-fog, so not much visibility, and found myself sideways and backwards. Didn't help either, but we recovered well in the delay, and got back in our rhythm. Yeah, very happy to be third. Good for the team, good for my boys, and thanks to all of the guys.
Well done. If we could have a word now in your own languages, starting please with Fernando.
Muy contento después de casi 2 años sin conseguir.
Okay, before we get some reaction from